A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Here's Reed to throw. He's going for it all. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. Talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. Running through contact. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Wide receiver going in motion. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense in a bunch formation. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Throwing, Mensah. Looking for a big play. Leaping grab for a big gain. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, coming into this game, we all thought the team that has the football last may be the team that wins this one, and they're trying to steal possessions. We're only in the first half. You don't see a lot of onside kicks at this point of the game, but they rolled the dice, and they get it, and they're trying to score more points.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive and maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Could be an out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. Receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Stepping to the right. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this offense right now, they are doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Mensah. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. The offense changing the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
snagged out of the air.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking. Like, the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better. Because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college football.
And now on second down for this offense. Running inside, it's Fletcher. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. The play action fake. Pulls it in. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. Wide open spaces. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Throwing, Mensah. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback making adjustments.
Booster. Level. Q. Ready to go.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Escapes the pressure to his right. Might have a chance. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And there you see his playmaking ability. Golly, like for a quarterback to be able to do this and just take off and outrun a defense, it shows you how athletic these guys are. They're big-time playmakers. And the moment the defense doesn't focus on them, they'll take off and they'll take it to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got it behind the line. It's Horton. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Gets the back moving. trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Man, you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Shows him the stiff arm.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They'll run it. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Mensah to throw. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's Pringle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
Man, that is exactly what you want. That is perfect execution. Back near your own end zone, man. You want to get that ball out of your hand. You want to create some space, and don't flirt with that end zone at all. Ball gets out of quarterback's hand. Receiver makes the play. Great job understanding the situation.
The run inside. It's Pringle. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside, it's Owens. Fighting off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Reed. Caught near the sticks. It's Owens. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum.
He's going for it all. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Scrambling away. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He turns that loose down the right side.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Booster.
He might want another play. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got it. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Finds some room. Touchdown, Hurricane. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. And they'll accept the penalty and push this offense backward. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Reed dances away. Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Looking down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
One more snap coming before halftime. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. At midfield, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's Northern Illinois, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They keep it on the ground to open the third. Hard running there. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Give him 96 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. The Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. He'll take it himself. Maybe a crease. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the move from inside his 5. Gives it the big stiff arm. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Throwing Reed. He's taking the shot. Makes a grab down the middle. Lowers those pads. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Might be changing the route. Mensah. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Calls his own number. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And he makes it past the first down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. slides to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Trying play action. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, looking to pass. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Now on the move.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the move. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Here's Reed to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Aggies. How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting...
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mensah. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Lofton.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
Ready. 180. Check. 20 and 29 belts. 20 and 29 belts. Go.
Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Run inside. It's Fletcher. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like, having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive, or do you go for the gusto? Do you try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the first down, continuing to possess the ball here in the fourth quarter with the lead?
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Finding some room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off bounds with that play clock.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. This quarterback part of their running game. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He wants to change this route. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. Got a little grass.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. Another critical third down here in the fourth quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to that one?
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.